What do I plan to do once I reach 15 milligrams of Mounjaro? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. So I've been asked quite a few times, what are my plans for when I get to 15 milligram Mounjaro? And eventually I will get to that point because your body will continue to get used to the dosing and you'll either reach your goal weight or you'll have to drop back down, right, to go into maintenance. So for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to assume that I am either close to or have reached my goal weight in this scenario where I am on 15 milligram Mounjaro. 15 milligram is currently the highest dose of Mounjaro. I will have two options at that point. I'll either stay on 15 till I reach my goal weight and then drop down into a lower maintenance dose, increase my calories, right, so that I stop losing weight, and then I will be on maintenance for anywhere from 6 months to a year. At that point, if I have been able to maintain my weight loss, I will be at a point where I need to make a decision. Am I going to try to come off of the medication? Or am I just one of those people that has to stay on it for life? Unfortunately, this part of your own personal experiment is just that. It's going to be a case-by-case basis. There are many people who are able to come off of these medications regardless of their, multiple conditions that it's treating, if they do the maintenance and they've changed their nutrition and their lifestyle and they taper off, all of which is important for long-term success, whether you want to come off the medication or not. There are others, because of their health conditions, where they have to stay on the medication long-term, either at, smaller, at larger intervals, right, where they maybe take a shot once every 2 weeks or once a month, or they take it weekly or bi-weekly, but at a much lower dose, indefinitely. And you won't know which camp you fall into until you get there and you try it. So there are many, many people who, have diabetes, who have Hashimoto's, who have PCOS, that once they reach their goal weight, they are able to come off of the medication. Here's what's currently being recommended. So the latest research, and I'll link the study down below, indicates that you need to taper off the medication. Don't just stop it cold turkey. And the latest recommendation, right, not research, recommendation from obesity specialists is that you do maintenance for at least 6 months to a year. Why is that? For many of us, myself included, I personally have been morbidly obese for the majority of my life. And your body needs time to kind of accept the new norm of your goal weight. So if you were to, spend a year losing 100 pounds and then just come off the medication cold turkey, it is much more likely that you will gain the weight back, because your body hasn't had any time to kind of reach that homeostasis, right? And naturally, our bodies want to be at a level where they're comfortable. Well, my body has been comfortable at a much, much higher weight for many, 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 many years. So it's going to try to get back there, right? The other thing that you want to keep in mind is not only do you need to have that maintenance time so that your body can acclimate, but you also need that time to kind of figure out your calories, right? Because you've just spent the last year being in a deficit, which is not what our bodies are meant to do. We're not meant to be in a deficit, a calorie deficit for a long period of time. So you need to figure out what your maintenance calories are, what works best for you. You know, if you have the history of diabetes, maybe you want to do something that's lower carb. Maybe, you know, you're having a lot of luck with going to a vegan diet. Like, whatever the case may be, you need time to kind of set the stage of what that new norm is going to be, because it's not what you've done for the last year, right? That was to lose the weight. Now we want to maintain this weight. So you need to give yourself time to do that. So going back to the original question, what do I plan to do? I have not decided. I haven't even decided on a goal weight. So there's that. But I have not decided if I'm going to try to come off the medication or not. I figure once I reach my goal weight, I've got a year of maintenance after that. And at that point, I can look at, what do I need to do? What do I feel comfortable doing? Are we in a shortage again? Do they have this supply thing figured out? Do they have new oral medications so that you don't have to do a shot every week, right? Like, GLP-1s are constantly evolving, and the next few years we're going to see a lot of improvements. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So tell me in the comments below, what is your plan? Do you plan to just stay on the medication forever? You're never going to try to come off of it? Or do you plan to potentially give it a try to come off and see how your body does at its new weight? Comment down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'd love to have you along for the ride. If you are looking for a positive-only support group, I've got you covered. The link is in the description box below. And as always, be kind, rewind.